Another pretty popular term is FOMO,
Hmm.
which I think
I didn't know that for the longest time when I came
Yeah.
in. Is that a crypto specific or that's
I think
specific? I mean, that could be anything.
I think it's from Wall Street, like the stock market in Wall Street.
Okay.
But that's the fear of missing out.
Hmm.
So right now we're definitely in. Well, a few days ago we 100%
Yeah.
were in a very FOMO esque kind of era because it was when you have these huge gains, your emotions start to take place. And then it's like if it hits 15, it might hit 20. If it's 20, it hits 25.
Right.
So your thinking process goes all
Right.
crazy.
Well, because your emotions are coming in.
Yeah. And then the emotions and greediness kind of comes in too. If I could make this much. So that's where FOMO, the fear of missing out, really starts to become.
And it's a huge factor in the crypto space. FOMO is huge.
Is huge, yeah.
It can really, really be a catalyst, especially in a bull. I mean, in a bull run, FOMO is one of the key components, I think, for a run up.
It's absolutely huge, yeah. Because when it's going up like crazy, everyone that didn't even know about it starts to come into the space and just throw a bunch
Yep.
of money into it, which fuels the rocket up. But then when you know that rocket's coming up, it's got to come back down again. So
And that's where, like you said, you need to be careful and really, you know, not think with your emotions. Because, like, if everyone's throwing money in, at some point, someone wants profit.
Yeah.
And they're going to pull the rug out, and that's when you get in trouble. When you said FOMO, I know what FOMO is. It's the next one I was unaware of, and that is FUD.
oh, FUD, yeah, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Now that plays a huge part in the crypto space because
Absolutely.
the way we get our news, you will know immediately if someone's putting FUD on a certain coin because usually a lot of these crypto websites are very into Bitcoin. They have huge positions in it, and they like to talk crap on a bunch of other coins.
So FUD is almost like a bias in
Yeah.
a sense. There's a huge bias in the market to specific coins, and we don't want to do that. We
Yeah.
just want to give you the information. We want to be transparent and open as possible. But FUD, absolutely, like Ryan said, plays a huge role in news. So it's something you need to watch out for.
You definitely got to spend a lot of time to do your own research because if you just take that as face value, you could be missing out on so much profits if you decided not to invest in certain coins.
Right. What do they say? Don't believe everything you read
Yeah.
or you hear.
Yeah, because there's a lot of FUD that's talked about XRP, and if people just take that like, oh, they're totally right,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be missing out. I personally think on a huge
Sure.
investment with XRP because that's in the future. I think that's really going to take off there.
Well, not only bias, like FUD, what we're talking, fear, uncertainty, doubt. It's also misinformation. It's a way for news or crypto media or whoever it is to spin their version of their story. And like Ryan said, you'll know it when you see it. That is something that is kind of specific to the crypto space. The kind of religious zealotry, so to speak, of my crypto's better than yours, and the only one that's going to prevail is this one. And there needs to be a lot more maturing in the industry, and I think we're heading in that direction. But
Yeah, little by little we're getting there.
just remember that FUD is a real thing, and it's something that you have to be aware of.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like whenever you pull up an article, you almost have to see what angle are they coming from in this article. Are they trying to bash this coin, or are they all inclusive? Usually they're not all inclusive. They're not like NPR, which
No,
try
not
to
at
cover
all.
everything. But
Non-bias, no. Which actually, if speaking of non-bias, there is a crypto YouTuber. His channel is Thinking Crypto. We wanna
yeah.
Shout out Tony.
Shout out to Tony.
Awesome. I wish he had more views. Hopefully, his channel can blow up, hit a bull run.
yeah,
But he is non-biased, just laying out the facts, and we think very highly of him.
yeah. He was all throughout the bear market in 2018. He was posting every day. He's a very helpful guy where he covers all facets of the news. He doesn't just focus on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And being non-biased is super important because you might know there might be a huge opportunity coming your way, and you need to be able to identify it. And Tony really just he interviews some of the biggest names in the space.
Yep, absolutely.
So you can firsthand see what some owners of exchanges are talking about, what coins they want to release.
He's a credible voice in a chaotic space, kind of. And when you find those guys, they really stand out.
Yeah, and if you guys want to get into more technical, things like learning how to read candlesticks and chart formations, then I definitely recommend a guy called Mitch Ray. He's been doing it for a few years now, and he's very, very good at what he does to identify trends in the market.
We're still talking about crypto and not Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. Or he tries to identify trends in the market, where Bitcoin's going, where other alts are going. So he's very good with getting. But that's if you want to get very technical with prices and Fibonacci levels. So that's
what we talk with technical analysis.
Yeah,
it's
technical.
Kind of,
yeah.
What would you say? It's kind of the college of crypto almost.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these terms are just very basic, high school, and then you start kind of getting into the deep dive, and that's technical analysis, where Mitch does an amazing job.
And if you want to really get good as a trader, it's good to know the probability of where this coin, the price will go in the next few days. Will it drop? Will it keep going? Will it consolidate? Nothing's certain with TA, but it's just all dealt in probability. So it's kind of just giving you a little extra weapon to handle this market.
And speaking about that, Ryan actually just showed me something, and it was the site was TradingView, was it?
Yeah.
But it was able to zoom out on a macro scale and show you the bigger picture of what the market was doing. And I think for a lot of new people, well, especially myself specifically, it helps when you can zoom out and see the market kind of as a whole moving in 3 or 4 months and not just a day or a week. To zoom out and really see some of these movements and understand the levels, understanding what parabolic moves are, what support levels are. I think those are valuable tools that you guys can utilize.
Yeah, that brings more perspective to the market, and you won't fall to the traps of what the market does. If there's like some huge fake out and trying to scare people to panic sell, then if you take a zoom out approach and you see where the market is going as a whole, then you will take a better.
And maybe the market doesn't go that way, but it gives you a better indication of the trending of where it could go. And that's what TA does.
That's the magic of TA right there. Last shout out is to a guy we've been watching for a while, Alex Cobb.
Yeah, big Alex.
Alex is great with bringing a lot of information to the XRP community. He digs really deep and finds some stuff that you would never even know was possible unless you really found his channel. So Alex has been, shout out to Alex because he's so young. I think he's
19 years old.
19.
Which sounds really weird that Ryan's 28, I'm 27, and we watch a 19-year-old crypto kid, so to speak. But his maturity for the space, and to be fair, he does some hypey stuff.
Yeah.
Like we all have in the space, but he's like a young kind of Tony. But for the XRP specifically, trying to stick to facts, not hype things. He's more mature than I've seen a lot of adults in the space act.
Yeah.
And that deserves a tip of the cap to Alex, for sure.
Yeah, I found Alex back in 2017 when he still had long hair and was just chilling outside in the patio
of his backyard.
Yeah, like very, very amateur videos, but he's come such a long way since that time and has matured a bunch. So shout out to you, Alex, man. You've done a great job so far.
Keep it up, man. All right, well, I think that's we've bombarded you with terms enough. We'll keep coming at you with these kind of crypto updates. I think we're once a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Just kind of just where the market goes. Maybe eventually we'd even like to get into if there's a big bull run and a big parabolic moves going. Maybe a potential live stream or a specific video for that day. So just stay tuned for those type of content.
Yeah, we'll be coming back with you with some interesting videos
or if you're new to the space and there's something you want us to cover that you don't know. Ryan and I aren't experts.
Yeah, we're not experts. We're just sharing our knowledge that we've gained.
We'd love to help.
We'd love to help with you guys. Just leave any questions in the comment section. We'll make sure to address that and answer a nice long paragraph for you guys. So have plenty of info there.
But yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and close out this podcast. But just remember, until next time,
buy low, sell high. All right, guys, take it easy.
Take it easy.